to my channel. So today, February 10th, 2017, makes 4 years since I did my initial vid chop. I don't remember the exact date, but I actually stopped getting perms in July of 2012, and I vid chopped in February of 2013. So I transitioned for 7 months, and then I vid chopped. And of course, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be answering all the questions from the Shea Moisture giveaway Q&A. So I'll get more into detail about my transition journey and all of that when I answer the questions. So like many of you know and have entered, Shea Moisture sent me some products to celebrate my 4 years natural hair anniversary to give away to you guys. And of course, I had the giveaway posted on my Instagram where you guys just had to comment one thing that you liked about me and my channel, and then a question about me or my hair for this video. So I'm not even gonna make you guys wait until the end of the video to hear who won, because I'm sure that's why most of you clicked this video. So I personally picked the winner this time, and I kind of picked based off of whoever I felt like put the most energy or effort into their comment or questions, and also someone that I feel like I've seen active on my social media a lot. So let me get a drum roll for the winner's name. So this is the winner, and her comment, Y'all Never Know. And I feel like I had to pick you because I always see you supporting me on my YouTube, on my Instagram, on my Snapchat, like everything. I always see your name. You like all my pictures on Instagram. And like I said in the original video, the point of this giveaway mostly was to give back to someone that I feel like has been supporting me a lot throughout my YouTube journey. So Ayanna, I want to thank you for all of your support and everything. I've already packaged the products and everything. They're all in the box, as you can see. I'll contact you personally on your Instagram, as well as I think I have your Snapchat, and you'll just have 5 days to respond, which I'm sure you'll see this right away, so that doesn't even matter. But I want to thank all of you guys for entering this giveaway. All of the comments were so nice and really just touched my heart, because sometimes I don't even really realize how much I influence a lot of you guys and your hair and beauty and everything, and it really means a lot to me to know that I really do help people out there. Like, I don't know, I just don't hear it enough, I guess. So thank you to everyone that entered. There will be plenty more giveaways, trust me. And I hope that you continue to watch this video so you can hear some of the answers to my natural hair questions. Now, this was hard, okay? There were like 500 different questions. It took me a long time to go through each of these to figure out which ones I was going to answer, because I don't want this video to be too long. But I have them all here on my computer, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. So first question, _Kaya LM.M. Please don't judge me on the way I say these Instagram names. Y'all know they be a little hard to pronounce. But she asked, how did you know going natural was the right choice for you? Was it a spur of the moment decision, or did you do some research and came down to the ultimate decision? This is a really good question. I actually did a lot of research before I went natural. I actually started getting inspired to go natural on YouTube. I was just randomly like watching YouTube videos one day, and one of the first people that I had seen, her name is Nikki May. She actually doesn't do videos as much anymore, but back then she was uploading a lot, and I just loved how big and beautiful her hair was. And because I got perms my whole life, I didn't know what it was like, you know, to have your natural curls. I didn't know what my natural curls looked like, what they felt like, and I just started to get really curious. So yeah, I did a lot of research. I got inspired by YouTubers, and then I just decided, you know, like, this is what I want to do. @thegreat_ asks, how did it make you feel after cutting off all of the damaged hair and finally being natural? Now, the actual big chop itself was a spur of the moment decision. I actually originally had planned on growing out my hair for as long as possible before actually cutting it off. But I just got so frustrated with my hair when it was, you know, growing out, because the roots were really thick and hard to manage, and then my ends were so straight, and it was just breaking, and it was just a mess. So one day I just literally decided, I'm like, okay, today's the day I'm gonna big chop. Like, I can't do this anymore. So I literally went to hair cuttery. I kind of regret that decision now that I think about it, because the lady I had didn't really know what she was doing, because she was Caucasian, so she didn't know, like, you know, perm versus straight, whatever. But long story short, she cut it off, and I felt so good. I'll put a picture right here of what it looked like literally right after I got my big chop. @BellaNoche_ asks, how did your family and peers feel about you going natural? Now, back then, although it was only 4 years ago, it was when the natural hair revolution had just started, so nobody had really started going natural yet. And when I big chopped, I was pretty much bald. Like, I literally had like 3 inches of hair on my head, and I don't know, my friends definitely were supportive of me. A lot of them had already had natural hair, so they were supportive. They were excited to see my curl pattern and everything. My family as well, pretty supportive and everything. My mom was kind of like, you know, are you sure you want to do this? Like, because she has permed hair, so she didn't know really how to manage natural hair either. She didn't know anything about it. So, but overall, she supports me in everything I do, so she didn't really have anything negative to say. I feel like there were a few people who pretended to like it, you know, smiling in my face saying, oh, your hair is cute, but, you know, being fake behind my back was probably like, oh, I don't really like it. Overall, the people that I needed to support me supported me, and then there were some people that were just acquaintances that probably didn't support it all the way, but they didn't matter anyway. Personally, I knew it was a decision that I made myself and that I wanted to do, and I had inspiration and focus and goals, so I didn't really care what my hair looked like in the beginning because I knew that I was going to grow it out in the best way that I can. Megan_LWhiteX, were you ever discouraged when you first began going natural, and did you have a lot of trial and error before you found out what worked best for your hair? Absolutely, I got frustrated because I literally didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. In the beginning, I was a product junkie. I was trying everything on the shelves. I still kind of do just because I'm really into beauty and everything now. But I definitely had to keep trying new things. Some things worked, some things didn't. It was definitely a lot, but as you learn more and more about your hair, it becomes easier. Like, it definitely becomes easier. At Snodycorn asks, what was your go-to product when you first started your natural hair journey? Okay, when I first went natural, there wasn't a lot of natural hair products to choose from. Shea Moisture, Cantu, and there was like one other brand that was like kind of just getting started back then. Oh, Carol's Daughter. Those are really like the only natural hair brands that there were like established. And Shea Moisture definitely didn't have as many lines as they have now. So I started off with the Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter line, like the original Shea Butter line. And I freaking loved it. I still love it. It was definitely, the whole line was my go-to line. Like, I used the shampoo, I used the conditioner, I used the deep treatment mask. If you're just starting to go natural, I highly recommend the Raw Shea Butter line just because it really helps to restore moisture when you're trying to manage two different textures. Either that line or the coconut and hibiscus line, they're both really good for beginners. Just a Dancer asks, when you first went natural, was your current curl pattern or the tightness a bit different than it is now? Okay, overall, my curl pattern is the same. But initially, when I first went natural, I definitely did have scab hair. And if you don't know what scab hair is, basically, your scalp is still damaged from being permed for years when you first go natural. So the hair that first grows within like the first 1 to 5 months after you stop getting permed is still damaged. Your scalp is still trying to get used to not having the perm and the chemicals on it. So that hair that first grows, like I said, which is called scab hair, it's a little bit coarser, a little bit thicker, and a little bit drier than your naturally healthy hair that will continue to grow once your scalp gets more healthy. A lot of people don't know that perms do damage the scalp even if you don't apply it directly to the scalp. Obviously, you're not supposed to do that. But when you're first going natural, if you're experiencing really dry hair that just does not curl up, don't give up right away because, like I said, it's most likely scab hair. It's still damaged. And as your journey begins to go on, your curls will begin not to soften. I don't want to lie to you and say they're going to soften, but they will definitely retain moisture better, and the hair will just overall feel a lot healthier. It also takes a little while for you to actually see your curl pattern if you have very tight curls. In the beginning, I didn't even know what my curl pattern looked like. I feel like I didn't really see my curl pattern until like 7 months to a year in, just because you have to wait until your hair has some weight if your curls are very tight in order to see what it really looks like. Because otherwise, it's really just shrinking up. You can't really see it in its full effect yet. Co_Machiavelli asks, out of the billions of natural hair products, how did you begin to choose what products to use? Like I mentioned earlier, it was a lot of trial and error. I started to realize what ingredients my hair liked compared to what it didn't like. It's really hard to explain because I don't know how I did it really. I just started to realize, you know, okay, products with shea butter work well for my hair, products with coconut oil work well for my hair, products with almond oil don't really work well with my hair. So like I said, as you learn more and more about your hair, the easier it becomes to knock out products that you shouldn't try or that you should try. In the beginning, you're gonna have to just try almost everything. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It makes it better for you to find the best products if you go ahead and just try everything that you can. Now that doesn't mean splurge on every single product that you see on YouTube, but just be open to trying new things all the time. Don't get stuck in certain products, and also don't give up on products too easily. Try different products in different ways and see if you can find different ways to use it before you give up on it. A_naturalme4c asks, who is your natural hair inspiration on IG? Now, I actually have a few natural hair inspirations. Someone that I'm actually very inspired by on YouTube and Instagram and everywhere is Natural85. I just feel like she's so smart. She's always giving amazing tips and like straight to the point videos. She's kind of like exactly who I want to be when I grow up. And on top of that, her hair is beautiful. And then another person that I'm also very inspired by, who doesn't have the same hair texture as me at all, but I just love her so much. Her name is Bree. Her Instagram name and I think her YouTube is also Smartista. Oh my god, I just love everything about her. She knows everything about everything: hair, beauty, food. She's just a really big beauty inspiration for me, and YouTube inspiration as well. @Anaria_99 asks, what advice can you give to people who feel like their journey isn't progressing? Believe it or not, I always feel like my journey isn't progressing. I know you guys are probably like, what? Your hair grows super fast. But I personally don't really see it like that unless I take pictures. So my number one advice tip would be to track your progress. Take pictures of it every month, take pictures of it every other month. I don't know, just give yourself some visuals so that you can see, you know, my hair really is growing and I just don't really realize it because I don't see it. And also get inspired, like whether it be by me or other people on the internet or your friends or whoever you like in person that's natural. Giving yourself the faith that you can do it will take you further than you even know. _OSnap it's Sammy asks, why did you do the big chop the second time around? I actually did 3 big chops, so I don't know which one you're talking about. But like I said, I did a big chop for the first time initially in February 2013. Then I big chopped again in August of 2015. And that one was because I colored my hair and it ruined it. Like literally, the person had bleached it and I guess my hair was just like, no. And my curls were just, it was bad. So I literally just chopped it off, and that's when I had the taper cut. And then I started to grow the taper cut out a little bit, and once it got to this awkward stage, I just decided to cut it evenly. And so my hairdresser cut the middle so that it would be the same size, the same length as the sides. And that was my 3rd big chop, and that one was in September of last year, of 2016. So overall, I just cut my hair because I wanted to be healthy. And whenever I'm not happy with it, I literally just cut it. Like, I don't even care to have length. I want my hair to be healthy over length, like 100%. And then in relation to that, Bew_DQueen asks, would you ever consider big chopping again? Absolutely. I don't know. I know that my hair grows, so I'm not scared to do it. Then also in relation to that, Intersectionality asks, are you planning to grow your hair out this year, or do you want to keep it short for now? I am definitely growing out my hair now. After my last big chop, to get my hair even, I decided, you know, I'm just going to let it grow, let it reach its full potential, keep it as healthy as possible, and yeah, I'm gonna grow it out now. Shelly_Jane asks, what's your favorite part of your wash day? My favorite part of my wash day is deep conditioning. I love deep conditioning. Like, I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm just pampering my hair, and my curls just look at its most defined when I deep condition. And then when I rinse it out and my hair just feels so soft, and just definitely deep conditioning would be my favorite part. Larian Knox asks, I want to know how you maintain your hair on your lazy day. This is a good question because I actually have no idea. Typically I wear a puff, and my puff kind of looks decent even when my hair is dry. So I literally just throw on a headband and then tighten it up, and then boom, I have a puff. Or I literally just don't touch it. Sometimes if I have a really old twist out or an old wash and go, I just take my satin bonnet off and just go. Like, I just let my hair do what it wants. Beauty Me Connie asks, do you have a strict hair regimen, and how did you discover this was the best steps for you to take on your hair? I definitely have a strict regimen. It's not strict based off of when I do it, but every week, at least once a week, I wash my hair, I condition my hair, and then I decondition my hair. And then after that, I moisturize it, whether it be with a wash and go, you know, a moisturizing leave-in and then a styling product, or I'll do a twist out. And I usually do the lock method, so a leave-in, a oil, and then a cream or butter. And usually I fluctuate between wash and goes and twist outs, but no matter what, I always do wash and then style every week. That's just how I maintain my hair. Goldpack asks, do you prefer combs/brushes or your fingers when detangling as far as breakage goes? I actually don't use combs at all anymore at this point. I only finger detangle. I prefer finger detangling just because I can feel knots. And it just makes it easier to slide through my hair. With a comb, I don't know. Combs don't work for me. My fingers are just, they're more mobile than combs are. For a while, I was using a Denman brush, but I feel like it actually breaks off my hair sometimes, so my fingers are just my go-tos now. Lyric JX, is it hard for you to juggle college life and make sure your hair is taken care of? I think that it's only as hard as I make it, but I kind of find little techniques of styling my hair ahead of time so that way I can do everything I want to do and not have to worry about my hair. I can do a video more in depth on how I maintain my hair here at school. Carmen.Edwards32 asks, do you think going natural has influenced how others see you, and if so, how? Definitely, definitely, definitely. Now, I went natural my sophomore year of high school, so I was still kind of figuring out who the hell I was. But I definitely feel like as my journey has progressed, not only with my natural hair, but with my beauty and everything, people have started to respect my confidence a lot more, I think. I think that's also what tends to inspire a lot of people as well. I think that people have started to see that I'm a lot more open than I used to be as well, because as my confidence has grown, I have become a lot more open, not only just with my hair, but with life. So I don't know, I've had a lot of personal growth throughout my hair and beauty journey, and I think that people just kind of have started to feed into that and see it themselves. @LishaCon_asks, what's the best way to trim your hair? Do you do it yourself or do you go to a salon? Now, when I want a full trim, I go to the salon. I don't trust myself, with certain parts in the back, and when it comes to making it even and everything, I just go to a salon. But when I see any dead ends or stringy ends, or when I do a twist out and I see like there's a piece of hair that's straighter or more damaged than the other, I literally just cut it. Like, I don't even care. I don't care if my hair is completely even because I always wear it natural. So if I see any stringy ends, I cut it. But like I said, overall, when I want my hair to be even or when I'm getting it straightened, I'll have the person trim it. But I actually don't get my hair straightened at the salon a lot. I actually do it myself most of the time. So it's actually very rare that I get formal trims. _J03 asks, from start to finish, how long on average does it take you to wash and style your hair? Wash day is an all-day process for me. I feel like it doesn't really have to be, but I make it an all-day process just because I feel like that's like my day to get myself together. The washing, conditioning, detangling, deconditioning, and all that takes about an hour. And then the styling, depending on if I'm doing a wash and go or a twist out, wash and goes usually take me like 5 to 10 minutes in the shower. And then the twist out process takes me about another hour and a half. @PassingDreamer asks, do you experience shrinkage, and if so, how do you deal with it? Girl, yes, I experience shrinkage. My shrinkage is also very, very severe. In the beginning, typically I would wear a lot of twist outs just because twist outs really help to stretch my curls out. I would twist my hair and then stretch it with a pick like you see me doing a lot of my videos. So twist outs have helped a lot. Also, before, when I would do twist outs, I would twist it, right? And then, this is a tip that I actually learned from Natural 85. I would take the twist and then pull it to the other side of my hair and pin it, so that way when it dried, it would dry stretched out. I can do a video on that technique if you guys would like. Otherwise, I just kind of deal with my shrinkage, especially when I do wash and goes. I'm just like, whatever, it's going to be short. It's life. W.K.Row asks, which protective style do you find the best for your lifestyle? I love box braids. Box braids, I think, are so cute. They can be dressed up, they can be dressed down. Also really like the feed-in braids that you guys see me get a lot. Those are a quick and easy style for me to get. They usually take the girl like an hour to do, and they're not really that expensive for me to get here in Miami either. So box braids and the feed-in braids are definitely my two go-to protective styles. Honey_Ice_T asks, how did you learn your hair as far as its porosity and characteristics? I actually have no freaking idea what my porosity is. If you guys want me to try to figure it out, I will, but it's not really something that I really got into when the whole porosity trend started. But when it came to learning about its characteristics, like its density and moisture retention and all of that, it was, like I said earlier, a trial and error. The way that your hair reacts to certain products will tell you a lot. The way that your hair reacts to heat or twist outs or manipulation will tell you a lot. I noticed throughout my journey, my hair will bounce back from heat pretty well, but it is very fragile still, and each strand is very thin, so I have to be careful when reverting my hair and everything back from being straight, because it will break easily. If you want to see a video on how I revert my straight hair back to being curly without the damage and everything, click this video right here. It's actually very informative and can help you out. I also realized that my hair soaks in moisture pretty well, so that kind of helps me decide what products to layer and everything. You just have to experiment with your hair, try different things. Yeah. Gab__a seat, hey Gabby, asked, how did you get your hair to lock in moisture? With dance in high school, how did you balance your hairstyles, transitioning from a bun to cute styles later, and what motivates you to keep wearing your natural hair? I have another whole video on how I moisturize my hair and just tips on moisturizing hair in general. I'll put it right here so you can click it. Because there were actually a lot of people that asked about moisture retention and everything, so that video has a lot of juicy tips on retaining moisture in your hair. And then in high school, like you mentioned, and as I say a lot, I used to dance every single day, and I had to wear a bun for class. And honestly, it may have seemed like I wore a lot of different hairstyles, but really I didn't at all. I actually wore a bun or a puff every single day. I would actually cheat my way out of wearing a bun by wearing a puff because my hair was pulled back and everything, so Miss Stephanie, Miss Royals wouldn't really say anything about it, although it wasn't really a bun. I wore a puff literally like every single day. The thing that motivates me to keep wearing my natural hair is basically how far I've come and how much I've learned. When you put effort into something and you see a difference and you see progression, you don't want to go back. You know, it's just, I know that it's something that I can do, it's something that I can manage, it's something that I love to wear, so I motivate myself to keep doing it. @meanasf asked, how did you get your curls to be hella defined? I get asked this question so much and I have no idea how to respond to it. I think that you guys are asking how I got my curl pattern to be defined, and it's just naturally like this. When my hair is healthy, its curl pattern is honestly very defined, like naturally. If you want to know how I define my curls for my wash and go, I have a video of that too. I'll put it right here, and I'll also be doing an updated one where I'll actually show you how I do it. But the way I got my curls to be defined is just by keeping it healthy, honestly. That's just what I do. Everybody's curl pattern is different. Some people have a very defined curl pattern, some people don't. It just depends on your hair and its health and everything and how well you take care of it. C.iTrends asked, how often do you straighten your hair? I usually try not to straighten it more than like 4 to 5 times a year, and I've kind of been doing well with it. But recently I've actually decided that I'm not going to straighten my hair for the rest of 2017. I decided that I would wait a year after January 31st, so depending on whatever time in February I feel like straightening my hair in 2018 will be the next time I straighten it. But I just try to go as long as possible without doing it. I'm not like anti-heat or anything, but not putting heat on your hair keeps it healthy, so that's why I just don't do it that often. Natty Bolharin, I think that's how you pronounce it, says or asks, what are some of your favorite oils or serums to keep your hair moisturized? Girl, my favorite oil by far is Jamaican black castor oil. This is actually an oil that I just recently started using more often, and I usually use it for everything. I'll use it on my edges, I use it when I deep condition, I use it as the oil in my lock method. Like, it has really helped to thicken my hair. It makes my hair super shiny. It gives me a lot of control over my curls, and it's just abomb.com. This is my favorite oil by far. Dia__ asked, my question is, what is one thing you did to your hair that you will never do again? I won't say I will never do it again, but like I mentioned earlier, when I bleached my hair to dye it ruined it. Like, I was so sad because at that point I was almost 3 years into it and I had literally just ruined my hair. So I won't say I will never bleach my hair again, but I'm gonna go as long as possible without doing it. I really kind of want to dye my hair red. So that's the only reason why I'm like, kind of, maybe I'll do it, but I'm just so terrified to have to go through that again because my curls were so healthy, and then after that, they just died, and I was, like I said, I was so sad and so frustrated, and my hair was so dry, and I had to start over. Smile for Days asked, how would you describe your hair journey in one word? It has been adventurous. She asked, what advice would you give to yourself 4 years ago, right when you became natural? I don't think I would necessarily give myself any advice. There's nothing I really did that I regret doing to my hair besides the bleach. But I would just kind of want to motivate myself and to say, you know, you may not be happy with your hair right now, but you will in the future, and you will inspire thousands of people to love their hair too. So just keep doing it because you're doing great. In the beginning, I feel like I lacked a lot of self-motivation, and yeah, I just would have motivated myself to be happy with the progress that I was getting. Whew. That was a lot of questions, and there were tons more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for entering a giveaway. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Just thank you. I just want to say thank you. 4 years of just great growth and happiness and prosperity. Now I'm just talking. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if you're new here. And connect with me on my social media, you guys. I love talking to you guys, especially on Snapchat. I'll put my Snap code here. You guys know how to do it. Technology. And of course, follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. Love you guys so much. And hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye!